Fair dinkum.
I have a question. Okay, this might be a bit personal, but you let me know if you're uncomfortable. We can just pass through it. But you are an ambitious woman, yeah, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's frowned upon or anything like that in the Muslim community, but more often than not, you won't see.
It's not
the woman as, I don't know if your husband, I don't really know your husband, if he's a major breadwinner in the family or not, but you would see like obviously you're more at the forefront of the family, you know, when it comes to like the professional side of things. So like how does he deal with it? How does he feel about it? Like I know I can imagine.
I'm technical, like I know it sounds crazy, but I'm actually, that's why I can take all these risks. I'm not the breadwinner. I don't have the worries of having to pay rent, this and that. Like I don't have any of those worries. And it's not nice when people don't tell you the whole backstory. They're like, oh, I'm doing all this stuff, but what if I was a single mother and, you know, I had to pay my own rent? I could not risk what I'm risking, you know.
Zoe.
Right now I can play around, lose money, not lose money, like do all types of things because I have someone that, alhamdulillah, that has, like, you know, I can rely on. In terms of, like, he doesn't take it as serious. I know it sounds weird, but he actually doesn't think, like he thinks I'm just taking up the piece. So he doesn't genuinely see me as, like, this, like...
fashion mogul.
Yeah, he doesn't, like, he doesn't even care. Like, he doesn't care about what I'm doing. Yeah. But he does care sometimes when I'm, like, way too ambitious. And he's like, relax, why are you why are you tired? I'm working, you know what? Like, why do you need to do this stuff? Because I'm the type that I'm going to be up, like, I'm going to have to finish this. So he's more, like, relaxed type. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to relax. And I had, like, the more I became, like, aware of myself, I was like, look, this is something I need to, like, it's like an itch. It's there. I feel it. I can, like, it's in me. If I don't do something about it now, I might regret. And 100% I will. I'm going to look back and be like, oh my God, I should have, I could have. And you're not going to make me happy. No one will make me happy. Like, like your husband's going to make you happy in terms of as a relationship. But as a character, as a person with this itch that I have, no one will save me except myself. And I need to fail. I need to try. I need to go to China. I need to do all that stuff on my own. I don't need, like, you to stop me. And I, like, made it very clear, you know, don't stop me. Let me try. Give me time. Let me see where it goes. You don't know where it's gonna go, you know. So that's, like, I had to be firm in that sense.
And he was understanding of it.
He's understanding. He's a lot like me anyway. Like, I got all the hard work ambitions from him as well in terms of, like, taking the risk and stuff, because he's a risk taker. He's not scared. Even the whole Snapchat thing, he was like, come, like, you know, you have to do it, just do it. But he didn't see it as, like, she's gonna get all these followers. You know, he doesn't
take a leap of faith. Essentially,
take a leap of faith.
Sorry.
Go on. I
was gonna say, did you have these ambitions prior, obviously, to marrying him?
I did have it, but I don't know how to say it. Like, when you marry someone, like, subhanAllah, like, people, you can't go left or right in marriage. People don't understand. Your marriage can make you or break you. Because if you went left, I could have lost, like, I would have been focused. Let's say bad things happen in this marriage and it didn't work out and da-da-da-da. I would have probably been focused on trying to raise kids, doing this, doing that, being more focused on the priority right now. But when everything else is taken care of, then I have that ease of, like, I have this extra bit that I can't just be a stay-at-home mom. You know, I have it in me. Like, I don't send my kids to kinder at all, childcare, nothing. Because I was like, I want to look after my own kids. No one needs to look after them.
For sure.
Like, people like, oh, but I said, no, I'm not burnt out because I consciously became a parent. I want to do it. I want to be there for them because I don't want to look back and regret. That's how I make my decisions. I make my decisions based on, if I look back and I'm going to feel like shit, I don't want it. I would rather risk it. Even if I have to lose everything else, I'm fine with it because I'll have myself. But if I lose myself for other people, I can't do it.
I get you.
I don't care who you are,
And I think like, it will, I don't know how to say it. Like, I think Khalil Gibran said it in one of his books. He goes, basically, like, oak trees, they don't grow in the shade of another, you know, like with one another. You know, they grow they grow in their own sunlight, separate from one another. And basically, like, it helps both. If both of you flourish, you're both winning. So basically, like, I can see it, that it's like your husband can see it. Like, he's like,
he can see I'm ambitious. He can see I'm ambitious, and he sees that I'm happy when I'm doing this. I always say to him, would you rather, as depressed wife, like, that is like, I could possibly do this and that, and I'm not doing it. Sure. Like, I'm telling you, I would be depressed if someone stopped me and said, you're not going to do this. So it would go two ways: be depressed at home and, like, feel like share
Yeah.
or be excited about life every day. And I'm like, you know, I'm not stopping him. I do my part of the house. Like, you know, I never, like, I look after my kids full. I do everything I need to do for me.
Yeah.
I don't ask him to fund my business, none of that. I go to work to fund my business.
Yeah.
That's none of his business, you
Yeah.
know. But he's very proud man. Like, you know, Sharaf is not, Sharaf is like, he's gonna be the one taking care of the house. He doesn't believe in me paying the rent and all of that stuff. He's a man's man in that sense. He takes pride in looking and paying. He wakes up 4. I got the ambition from him at the start. 4 in the morning, every day he's up, you know. Like, when your parents do things, you're like, that's my parents. But when someone like you, me and you, your same age, is waking up every day doing something really hard, you're like, wait a minute. It's not like a superhero thing. As a parent, you think your parents are superheroes. Yeah. You don't think they're normal. Well, he was waking up every day, mashallah, 4 in the morning. No one tells, no alarm. He's up, does the work, doesn't complain, gets up, does what he needs to do. He's happy to look after the family. So I'm like, so it gave me more, like, you know, I can live my truth as well. So it's like, I don't know. I don't depend on him, but at the same time, I was like, look, this is my joy and happiness. And I was making clothes before I met you, so... No,
do it.
But he's not like that as well. Like, he does get annoyed sometimes about, like, you're taking this way too serious. I'm like, yeah, it is serious. Because he thinks it's like a joke. But I want him to think that, because that means I'm not ignoring my responsibilities and I'm actually winning outside of
100%.
And my whole family are so supportive. Like, my dad went with me to China. And the second time, my brother went with me. You know, like, I'm not gonna. I don't ask anyone to babysit for me unless it's like death or life. Like, I don't need it. I don't need your help. I'm okay. When I need you, then I'll, you know. So if you're ignoring, I think, I don't know. And if someone's an alpha already, he shouldn't get bothered. Like, 2 alphas, like, they won't get so bothered by it. If he knows he's the breadwinner, he shouldn't be okay. Like, you shouldn't care what I think, you know, what I'm doing. Shouldn't worry about my ambitions. Shouldn't overshadow you.
Should just basically be a bonus to the family.
Yeah.
For sure. And you know, that's a big misconception as well with, like, I know people look at Muslim and like, I'm thankful you came on the podcast now and you spoke about that, because, like, first of all, there's a lot of barriers you are breaking. You know what I mean? Being a mother, owning a business, you know, being a Muslim, MBA, all of this kind of stuff.
Not
and
MBA.
and like, I remember at work, and like, I'll just say it, but there was this lady at work one day and she was mentioning a story about a Muslim couple, and forget the story itself, but the conclusion was she had this misconception of this Muslim wife and husband. You know what I mean? And the misconception was basically that the wife was scared of the husband and she was just obeying him and just doing him as he pleases. But then people don't realize, like, that's not how like a natural relationship.
You can, like, how do I say, you can obey. I still listen to Sharaf. If Sharaf says I can't go China, you seen me, I have to, like, beg him, go around, use this, use that, because I want his approval as well. Like,
but when I say obey, I mean, like, in terms of, like, to the point where it's limiting. You can't do what you want entirely as well, and also to the degree where, for example, like, because I know obviously Sharaf, you know, I mean, he's very, very supportive of your actual endeavors, and people forget sometimes. Like, this is what they like in terms of misconceptions regarding to obviously Muslim couples and also, like, marriage as well. There's a massive misconception in regards to marriage, being the fact that, like, you're going to go get married to someone and they're going to complete you and you're going to find out what you needed in your life. Do you get what I mean?
You're going to be miserable then.
And it shows, like, for example, that the ambitions start younger than that. You have to go on that, becoming, like you said, that the counselor aspect of it, you know what I mean? Finding your identity, doing those, like, identity tests and all that kind of stuff. Finding yourself before you do something big, like getting married and all that kind of stuff. Like,
getting married does, like, not complete you, but getting married does, like, add to, like, for example, if I wasn't married, I think about this a lot. People are like, oh, but you don't have time, you're married, you have kids, but does it stop you? But I think to myself, if I wasn't married, I would be so consumed in wanting to do that I might not be doing what I'm doing right now.
But you don't drop everything in the world just to do that so you can feel that.
No. Like, I'm saying, because I have it, it's like a alhamdulillah, it's a privilege, Let's say it's working well, it's whatever it is.
Alhamdulillah.
But if I didn't have it, I don't know if I would be as ambitious. It sounds weird. Like, my mind might have been like,
so
you know,
it's basically another itch,
that's what it's another itch that your psychology focuses on that might distract you from this.
For sure,
or what, vice versa.
As much as people want to deny it and whatever, it is part of
it's a human nature.
The human nature, you know. Like people want to be married, they want to have like a place to belong, like one little area there. Bang, okay, man, move on to that area now.
Yeah, like you want a partner, you don't want to be alone. Like what's the point? If I was winning all by myself, I'm telling you, it wouldn't mean that much to me. It wouldn't mean much to me that like getting Asiya doesn't mean nothing to me in terms of like me raising Zayn and them well. Like, you know, me like actually doing what. It's way more important that I do this. I'm getting way more ajr. This is a bonus, you know?
For sure,
so
it is. You're completing
like
half your
day. Yeah, it's a half and half. Like, this is a bonus. So Asiya is a bonus. The ambition is a bonus. If I had a husband that wasn't okay with it, man, that would suffocate me. And that would cause depression. I would be depressed.
Oh, yeah, 100.
But I would leave. I know it sounds wild. Like, I don't want to give people ideas. Don't listen to me now.
Yeah.
Like, I would, because I'm so confident in myself that, like, I don't want to be unhappy. Why will I be unhappy when 100%. I can be happy?
Yeah.
100%.
Like, because it causes too much issues for such a, like, I would say it's a really harmless thing. Like, allowing somebody to just flourish in whatever they want to achieve, you know? Like, and if it's harmless, it's like, it's not like you're going out and you're saying, oh, I really want to go and get involved in some haram stuff or something like that. You're just basically saying, hey, I need an avenue to get rid of this creativity that I have, you know? Otherwise, like, what am I going to do?
What am I going to do? Either way, I was going to do that anyway, you know? Like, either way, I'm going to, like, there's no, I have had a machine. I have the machine I had when, like, I was in year 8. I have it. I have another machine and other machines.
What,
but
the
I
machine that used to make things with?
Yeah, my mom bought it for me for like $400. Like, you know, I have my same machine in the garage, you know. So it's older than our relationship, this machine, which means this is part of my identity, you know.
That's like a saying, man. Well, like, go ahead.
I'm going to get into trouble. You have to cut that. No, but like it wouldn't be like, as a person, if you're gonna stop someone from doing that, like you have to do, like, you know, self-reflection yourself. Like, why definitely. Is it that you're? If I was going against it, for example, if I was doing all types of haram things, a lot of people are okay with their wife doing haram things, but they're actually not okay with their wife being ambitious. That's actually so many people are okay with like their wife's not covering doing this, but she can't live. You know, it's like.
Come on,
man. Don't get a job, otherwise you're gonna do something haram.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
What's the chance you could donate that machine to us so we can probably
no chance. It's like it's a treasure. I still use it. It still works very well.
Nice. Yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy.